the juice what the bloody machine is pressing out of the silage. What stinks of that? It was like the freshest, yeah, the freshest. You drink that. Yeah, he says that's why he can't get a girlfriend, because he handles his stuff all day long. We think he's gay. We're just getting rid of some of this syrup in this mix. But that's 2 bales of silage and a third of a bale of barley straw.
And it's a bit of a straw.
Eh?
More straw.
How much did you put in?
A third of a bale?
Well, it's hour late now. No, just more barley. In fact, I would...
Maybe stop.
10 more minutes, no, 2 more minutes of syrup, because it's only bloody, it isn't flowing very much, is it? And then we're going to put a bit more barley in. Lovely silage though. Feel a bit of farmer's lung coming on. We'll put out another real big bucket of barley, and then probably half of one, and that'll be a good mix to because bullocks are on it round other farm as well. So I think we're all admitting that it's been a success. It just makes the moist silage makes the barley moist. So I think as soon as it hits the gut, it's been processed, if you know what I mean. There's some plain uns and some real good uns. That's a nice effort this side.
15 to the plate.
Where's 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's next, so straight back.
One with horns is now pretty. We're keeping the heifers out of these and the bullocks. In fact, we've moved the bull this morning. He's just gone in with the cows, so that'll tally at the 18th of December calving. And then the heifers are going in at where the bull was, and the bullocks are going down to other farm to go in a yard ready to go out to grass in about, well, you would hope about a month's time, depending on ground conditions, because our grasses are very, very wet and they can soon make a big mess if you turn them out too early. But no, they've overwintered good, to be honest. The grass here, this Westerwold, is still chucking a lot of grass out, but the plan is to clear all this straw, muck all this out, get all that desiccated with Roundup, and get it prepared for a sugar beet, fodder beet, because I don't know, time's ticking, isn't it? Is it the 7th of March? But go on, ladies, move your ears. Come on. Willow! Get him in. Yeah, tip it in there. He's settled in all right as Warney, but I noticed this morning, well, one of the reasons why we put her in actually, put him in. Ollie's Lacey, this little, this girl here, what's in trough. Ooh, don't trust him. She was riding all the rest, so in fact he's having a go now. Look. Yeah, he's showing a lot of interest in her, so if he dabs her today, just before Christmas, at the back end of this year, obviously, we'll have our first car. Oh, this bloody number 39, look. I don't know where it's got its... Don't know where it's got its confidence from, but it's just bloody, it butts you, and it's a little bloody effort, which I don't know if we keep her to add to the herd. She might be a menace. We've just got a problem with one at calves, number 45. I injected it yesterday. Just a little bit. Got a bit of a cough. See, cows are riding Lacey now. So, I think he's a big fella, isn't he? I'd like to see what he weighs. I reckon he must be touching 1,000 kilo. Well, he will be, won't he? I think maybe a bit more. He's absolutely solid. To be fair, we've got him a bit fat. He needs a bit of work to work a bit of fat off. But he's got grand feet. You know, he's heavy. He's a heavy bull, but he's got real good hooves. Never get overgrown or out like that. And well, to be fair, his calves he's chucking out. Look at that thing. There's that one number 31. That was the first one born, so that's our eldest calf. And I have noticed she ain't bothered which mum she suckles, so she's feeding off all of them. So it just proves with a real good grub, Christ, you get a hell of a growth rate, don't you? But these they're eating creep now, and quite a bit of creep. So up to weaning, we're gonna give them a bit of creep, sort of ease mothers a bit and boost their growth. Is that her? Ooh, what you like? Better get his head through bloody bars, can he, to eat? He'll have to find a... I'm getting a bit like that nowadays. Rather have a good meal. Get him in. Whether you want to bring a trail around, just there or something. Just cleaning up where let BT in, cleaner off. This is all we've got left, and we're going through it quite fast. So, I mean, we were going to put it through cleaner, but we're dumping it in field anyway. So, yeah, I went not so bad out of body weight. There was that bit of a cock up when we lifted that 5 acre, and it went wrong. But we did shift it, at low money. So, but we've got rats galore in this heat. So we're just trying to work it. So there's that left, and then we'll shift that one. Get a few people here with some terriers, and shift it. And what we're doing next year, we're going to extend this base. Probably. Oh, that fella who bought that drill. It's still here, waiting for you. Yeah, we're going to extend this base. Probably. I don't know. I'd like to say to here, if I can. You know, get some stone down and gives us a bit more room to work. Because we've never enough room. I don't know. We've got an acre of room, but we've just got stuff all over. But we need a bit of a tidy up. Christ, it's a mess, isn't it? How do you see? Little Hayflake trailer there. That's the trailer. What you pull pins, pull forward, and the axle goes back. It's for a drill or a power. Good trailer actually, very cheap money, but we don't need it now. We've got our low loader. Bloody straw trailer, bit of a very cheap. Or I'll sell bogey on its own. That's a marvellous thing. That was a buy now. If I give 1100 quid for it, I'll tell you what, it works land fast and well. It's just a pity. In fact, that was one of my winter projects. It's just a pity the tines and the levelling paddles aren't hydraulic, where you could pull them in and out. Because sometimes you need a bit more bite and sometimes you need no bite. But yeah, marvellous thing. That's another marvellous thing we bought. A PTO generator, the PTO pressure washer. We use it all the time. You know, we're not taking the shit into the yard, do you? For that. Yeah, mate, it's like I said, do you hear that? Makes light work of that. It just sort of, I mean, all we're doing is knocking all thick so it doesn't harbour moisture. I mean, we'll give it a grease up and maybe run it for a bit as well. And then, what's that chain like that for? Does that one picking back? Oh, it's his foot. Yeah, I'll give her a run over, and there's a few jobs to do to it before next back end. New starter motor on it, electrics need sorting out. Unless I can find a new Lister engine, because this cylinder Lister is getting quite tired. She's getting quite hard to start. And but once she's started, it'll run all day on very little fuel. So, right. I don't know whether you can see, because it's pretty dull now. It's about, I'd say 6:30, and lights going. But the other day, this is why I was so pissed off. This here is an interchangeable PTO shaft, so that's 1,000 spine, and you can take these ringer bolts off and put a 541 on. And there's 2 grommets, one there and one there, and you have to line them up anyway. It's a silly affair, really. I'd got one lined up and all the bolt holes lined up, and I didn't even think, and I tightened the nuts up and I pushed one of the grommets internally. Anyway, it didn't damage anything, but everything was rigid. And good job we didn't spin it, but we knew something was wrong, so we rung Frank. He just saves the day every day. And he says, don't run it. He says, I'll come. And there's a way. We had to take these 4 bolts off, but what Frank does, because the internal spline, the internal holder, is on a shaft about 1 foot long, and it goes through 2 gears or 3 gears and a synchro. And how you do this, it's very clever. A lot of people do this and take all the back end off so they can do it from the top. But what he did, it takes 2 bolts off, and he puts real long bolts in, and it holds the synchros and the gears tight. And then he chops the heads off the bolts, like threaded bar or long bolts, and takes the other bolts out. So I don't know whether you're understanding this, but the 2 bolts with the head chops off hold everything internally in place, and then takes the other 2 bolts off and slides it off. And then we could knock the grommet out from the because from the inside. We pull the we pull the shaft out, knock the grommets in, and put it all back together, and then undid the long bolts, and everything's all good. But Frank's told mechanics will work on these all the time, and they didn't realise. And he's a genius, absolute genius to us. Is Frank. It just keeps us going. I mean, as you know, we run old gear, but you need someone to look after this old gear. I mean, we can do so much, but stuff like that, I mean, he just knows, you know. In fact, I'd like just to say a big thank you to Frank Beavers, because Frank he looks after us all the time. And yeah, he's a man. I've always said he's one of the best mechanics in the world, and he ain't blowing smoke up his ass. I think he is. So, but yeah, the old girl. Right, we've got the beat cleaner all washed off, and there's a few jobs to do to that. And I think it's Friday tea time. I don't think there's out else to do. I'll just have a quick little crown pigs and bugger off home, because I'm ready for home today. We've been fencing. Christ, some of our fences are getting past their best as well. Fence posts, what we've put in 5 years ago, rotted off. And some of the old posts, the original posts, are good, you know. So they don't build stuff like they used to. Oh, that bloody thing's going to cost me a fortune. That'll have to do another 2 years, I think, with what we've done to it. We've had a new motor on the pump itself, on the water pump for the sprayer, and now that didn't rectify it. We've put all new pipework from the tank to the pump, thinking it was drawing air in somewhere. That didn't rectify it. Now it's a new pump job. So anyway, Ollie's got a bit of drilling to finish off tomorrow. But it's still early, isn't it? You know, I think we aren't jumping gun, but don't want to get too ambitious and get a lot in, because it can come wet. Don't think there's no calves this weekend. Oh no, what's going on? Oh God, no electricity now, so I maybe ain't going in, because all auto feeders will be off. Oh, it's never ending. No, power's off on the farm, so right, go sort that out. Right, from a Hereford farm in East Yorkshire, with no electricity. Bye for now. Warnie's definitely a happy lad though. He's been at him left, right and centre. Lacey's definitely been done today, so it's looking like if she's caught on today, she'll be our first calving, and Cat, she'll be our first one to calve, and he's been chasing a few more around, so, and none of calves have gone in his way, so I think it was best decision really. So the 18th of December, hopefully we'll be calving, so well done lad. Right, bye for now.